Nebula. This game has excited me so much that I just wanted to make its own video. And let me tell you as quick as possible why I'm excited about Nebula. But first I have to answer some questions about what is Nebula. Well, Nebula, an open-world starship colony sim with RPG adventures in a galaxy with millions of planets to explore. What can't you like about that? Here's why I'm immensely excited about Nebula. But, I gotta answer this first though. This question, the chakra, the energy's coming from the screen right now. I know what you're saying. This looks like Rimworld. I don't want this game. It looks like Rimworld prison. Look at the art. I see it. Or no, is this a scam? No, it's not a scam, but hear from the developer's mouth, because the best person to answer this question, why the art is like that and why it looks like it looks, is the developer. So here is the developer's words from the frequently asked questions. We enjoyed playing those gems too. Nebula was greatly inspired by our favorite games, and it being a colony sim, of course, there are a few common mechanics. However, we knew from the very first day of development that if we wanted to create a fun and unique colony management game, we had to provide players with a fresh, exciting gameplay experience that is unlike any other title. This is why we put such heavy focus on exploration and player action and consequences in an enormous explorable galaxy, driven by complex interactive simulation systems. The hope of it is to create a new approach to the colony sim genre. And this is the one that everyone should listen to because this is the main one that bothers a lot of people, the graphics. So, here's another response from the developer. Regarding the graphics, unfortunately we are not the best artists out there, but once we secure funding for the game, we will hire a professional artist to create a unique and distinct look for Nebula. We only made the current assets to serve as a placeholder to get our ideas across. And that was probably one of the biggest things. It looks like this game is inspired by this game, and they just directly answered it. They're very open. But then there's another question that pops up very often that, I agree, is a very good question. What have they made before? What have these guys done before? Well, from the developer's mouth again, here it is. Now, before I read it out, I'm sorry if I butcher the name of the developers, so here I go. Balaz has an academic background related to video games. He studied to be a technical artist in the UK, while Martin studied business and strategic management in the Netherlands. Although we haven't specifically worked in the game industry, over the years we have worked for companies providing mostly C++ based software solutions. They've conducted both qualitative and quantitative research projects and data analytics. We have previously worked in private contracts for companies ranging from engineer manufacturers, consultancies, and sports organizations. They've always had the dream of creating their own video games, so over the years, they created numerous small unreleased games and prototypes. So here's another quote unquote. We have years of experience with Unreal Engine, including using it in our professional lives, although not for game-related projects. So it isn't just a couple of guys going in blind, not knowing what they're doing. They do have experience in video game design, so obviously, they are well prepared. I don't think they would jump into a project with so much simulation and just a very ambitious project without knowing that they can do it. And I believe these guys can do it. There's something about it. There's an energy about it. Okay, just listen to me. Now, why am I excited about this game? Here we go. Now, this is one of the things I've tasked them, and I like to say I give myself some credit for tasking this, but I like to give some credit to the Rimworld subreddit, because I looked up what would you want in Rimworld 2, and the number one thing was, multi-threading. So, will there be multi-threading in this game? And yes, there will be multi-threading in this game, which is going to be used both for rendering and gameplay logic. I think they're utilizing it, multi-threading, as much as they can. So that is one of the things and one of the reasons I'm so excited. The next reason, one of the biggest reasons, I think I credit myself because I've been, spamming their comment section on Kickstarter, is Z levels. I think it's about 300 to 400 away of actually hitting that goal right now. So by the time this is uploaded, that goal will already be hit. So Z levels is on their, what is that thing called again? Their stretch goals. So Z levels to explore underground caves, temples, settlements, and other secrets. This game is already huge enough, so this probably just amplifies the work they're gonna have to do, because that is a lot of work, and that is a lot of ambition, and that's a thing that everybody wanted in Rimworld. It's in Dwarf Fortress, and we're getting it in this game. This game is a compilation of things that are great from other games are being put into this game, so all the best things are being put into this thing. This beautiful game called Nebula. Number 3 and 4 combined, because I think they can be utilized together. These are stretch goals, by the way. I don't know if they're going to be hit. 120k, 200k for multiplayer mode, 200k for multiplayer mode, 120k for adventure mode. But imagine this. Imagine they hit adventure mode. You're playing your character, you're traveling the universe like you're playing Star Sector, right? You get a message from your friend messages you. Now this is all hypothetical, I don't know if the devs are gonna do this, but just bear with me. Join this adventure with me, because you know these guys like to do adventures. Imagine a friend gives you a seed code. You enter that seed code, you go to their sector. You can see your friend's ship, you can see the planet they're building on, and you can talk to the people. You can talk to their colony or settlers or whatever you want to call them. You can sabotage, you can do so many things, but the cool thing is you can interact with your friend's world, your friend's crafting, your universe, a different place is one of the focuses they have, adventures. And this is where it becomes huge. The RPG factor, which gives so many ways you can role play. There's just limitless. Nothing stops you from imagining what you can do and what you can do. So it's just like infinite possibilities. I can't even word it because I'm so excited. And let's go to number 5. Now this one is still a question mark for me. How will space exploration be? Will it be like Star Sector, like I mentioned before? Will you get to travel universes? Sort of like the game, let me look it up right now. I'm doing this live, boys, so everything I do now is just 100% genuine from the heart. It's not scripted, it's just 100% me talking about something I'm very excited about. Trying to find, is it gonna be like Cosmo Tier? Because that would be really cool. They have a little bit of Star Sector, a little bit of Cosmo Tier with a shipbuilding. You can damage parts, you can mine ships, you can destroy other ships. But how is it gonna work? How is space exploration going to work? That is a huge curiosity of mine, and it excites me a lot. It's another thing that excites me, like, how is that going to work? Once your ship is all built out and defined, your crew members doing their own things, your different personalities on the ship, space travel, how? Devs, you gotta answer that question for me. Just how is it gonna work? I'm so fascinated in this game. I'm so invested in this game. I just want to know how space will be explored. I don't know what number we're on. We're on number 6 now. The fact that it has a little bit of a Nemesis system in it, because you can have hits sent out to you. You can disrupt some faction, you can tick them off, and they'll send a warrior after you. They'll send a void warrior after you. Who knows what they'll send after you? But what happens if you injure someone and they escape? Do they remember you? I'm assuming they do, since factions react to your actions. You like that, don't you? So this whole world is just alive. But how alive is it? Will factions be fighting other factions, Kenshi style? Will you be able to pick the bones from battles of other factions? Can you just be a vagabond that takes advantage of everybody? Can you grab a plant that's toxic, send it to the Emperor, and have him eat it, poison him, blame it on another faction, and watch chaos ensue? Who knows? The potential is limitless in this game. Nebula is limitless. Now you're probably asking, we're done with the numbers now. You're asking, can it be the potential endgame to a sandbox game? Potentially there's no ending. There is just evolution. There's evolving. Nothing ends. Only things get harder. Quests get harder. Situations become harder. Your members, your people, they die, either betray you. So many things can happen, but there is an end game here. There's ancient gods. What is that? I don't know. It can be anything. It could be giants. It could be a single individual. It could be a plant. But who knows what ancient gods really are? They're sacred. Don't disturb them. They're sort of like dwarf fortresses, monsters that appear every century. You know, those are big things to deal with. So this is why I love Nebula. I'm just gonna keep saying I love Nebula. I'm deep in investing in this game. So if you guys are wondering, where can I find out more about this, and I didn't cover everything because there is actually so much information, I'll give you the Kickstarter right below here and in the info below my YouTube. They answer everything there. There's so much more detail than I'm giving here, but I just wanted to make sure anybody who clicks this video has a little bit of a basic idea of what they're getting into. You're getting into a game that wants to innovate the genre. It wants to combine the best things from other games like Dwarf Fortress, Rimworld, Prison Architect, No Man's Sky, maybe even Kenshi, and just take the best pieces of that, form it together, form it with the community. They listen so well because I feel like everything I've said they put under stretch goal list. And if we all join in, we can hit that adventure mode stretch goal. We can hit that multiplayer stretch goal. We can play together. There's just endless possibilities of this. There should be more of these type of games innovating off each other. And this game is not a copy. It's not a bootleg. It's two guys who love the genre and want great things to happen. And I hope this has obviously already succeeded on getting the goal that they originally want, just to even make the game. But I want more eyes on this game. This game is good. Nebula, Nebula, Nebula. Check it out, subscribe, hit like, do all that good stuff. And I hope you enjoyed this quick look, this quick thought out video. Okay, secret code is out.